So, hello everyone. Hey, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
yes, you are.
Before starting this session, ice break is more important part. Okay. So, first I introduce myself. My name is Karthik. I have a 7 year of experience in ABAP development, mainly in areas like RISEP development, CDS, and OData. I have trained around 500 plus students in the corporate trainings. So that's all about me, and I will help you throughout the journey of the learning ABAP. Okay, so as I told you, the ice break is also an important part of the training sessions. So can you please tell me in the comment box whether you are a fresher or the experienced professional? Just come fast in the chat box. If you are a fresher, just write down a fresher or a experience. Get fast. Okay, okay. Lots of professionals here, experienced persons are here. So we will start the session by the, but it is for the beginner session. So we will start with the what is a SAP actually. So many of you are knows about the what is a SAP. So SAP is nothing but stands for the system application and products. So this is our why. This is our what. Okay, SAP ABAP is our what. So we will going through the journey of the how, why, and what. So there are the many working professionals here who knows the what we are going to learn. We are going to learn about the SAP ABAP. But before learning the SAP ABAP, our why should be the clear. So when we are going to learn something new, so our why should be clear. Why we learn about the ABAP. Then we are going towards the how we learn ABAP. Okay, so basically why we you should prefer a SAP ABAP over the other languages. Okay, so mainly I would like to told you before many of is joining now, so that's why I'm stopping for them. So later others have also joined. Okay, why you should learn ABAP? Our first and most important point is ABAP is used by SAP. Used by SAP. And we know that what is an SAP? SAP is the fourth largest software company in the world. Okay, that's why. And ABAP development is a core part of the SAP's, and SAP is the fourth largest country. So you can imagine your future with the ABAP language. Okay, so next one, our main important point is why we should learn ABAP because of the less competition in this field. If you can imagine it with the Java, if you familiar with the Java, if the Java job gets 1500 resumes, in other hand, our SAP ABAP jobs only receives a 20 resumes. So by learning the ABAP, you your chances will be more for the ABAP job, right? You will get the job easily as compared to the other languages. That is our ABAP main important points. Why should we learn ABAP? Okay. So next our third point is give me a minute. This whiteboard is visible to you guys.
For
Yes,
me,
it is
it's
Why?
visible.
Okay, okay. Actually, it is not working properly. So let me give me a minute for the honor the board. Let me share my screen. Okay. This screen is able to you.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Then our third important point is why you should learn ABAP. ABAP is easy to learn. You you guys have heard about the Python. Python is the easiest language to learn. But I can give you the commitment of the ABAP is the most easiest language in the world than the Python also. If you are familiar with the coding or from the non-coding background, you can also learn the ABAP. ABAP is nothing but the combination of the SQL and other basic languages like a Java, Python. Okay, and more of the peoples are things that programming language is hard to learn. Is it hard? No, because most of the programming languages are hard because of the algorithms. But in ABAP, there are the no complex algorithms like a stack, queue, tree. There are no complex algorithm in ABAP. So you can learn it easily. So next one important point is from the career perspective is there are the lot of opportunities in the ABAP development like you can explore the lots of things after learning the ABAP like OData, CDS, BTP, BAS applications, RAP applications. But what is the base to explore these things? Base is an core ABAP. You have a knowledge of the core ABAP to explore these things. So these are the future perspective I have told you to why should you should learn about the ABAP. So next one main important point is In 2027, ECC support will be stopped, and it is mandatory to move in S4 HANA for every company. So imagine that if you move from ECC to S4 HANA, so there are huge demand of the developers for moving migrations projects. So I will make sure you that will be a high demand in 2027 onwards of the ABAP developers. So that's it. Why should you learn ABAP? So we will start with our next point. That is the if you're anyone from fresher, so this is for that person. So what is the SAP? SAP is nothing but the system application and products in data processing. Most of the people talks about the SAP is like a SAP's full form is a system application and products, but this is not a true. Main and most important point is SAP stands for the system application and products in a data processing. Data processing are the most important keyword here because we are working on the data in the SAP itself. So that is SAP. SAP is nothing but the software company which offers the ERP solutions. And as I told you, SAP is a fourth largest software company in the world. Okay, we will later on talk about the ERP. First, we will cover the what is a SAP. So SAP is basically founded in a 1972 by the five IBM employees. Okay, nowadays SAP has a 1.2 lakh of employees, 4.4 lakh of customers, and talking about their revenue, 31 billion of euros of revenue in 2023. So that's all about the SAP. And SAP is a number one ERP software in the world. So we are basically talking about the ERP. Most of the people who are the freshers are confused about SAP is a ERP, then what is the ERP? So then this will be the continue. What is an ERP? ERP is nothing but a enterprise resource planning, and ERP is used for the managing the resources and the data processes in the large companies like Tata, Microsoft, Amazon, and lots of the companies are using a SAP ERP for managing their resources like HR data, payrolls, managing their assets, and lots of things are there in the businesses. So that all is offers by the ERP solutions to manage your data. So ERP contains some modules. So what is that modules? So modules are nothing but suppose I will give you the example what is a modules. So SAP, suppose this is our big company. Let's take example of the Tata. Tata has lots of the employees. Okay, so employees has a lots of data, their joining date, their payroll, their PF. So that's all are combined together and call it as a HR model. So this togetherness or these parts of the businesses are called as a module. So ERP offers the lots of the modules like a finance module, MM module, HR module, ABAP is our technical. So these are the main modules of the ERP system. Now we are going to talking about the SAP customers and their companies. So for your kind information, I will gonna tell you the some basic secrets of the SAP companies. So 64% of the ice cream is served by the SAP companies. 78% of the food is produced by the SAP companies. 77% of the beer is produced by the SAP companies. And 52% of the world movies are created by the SAP companies. And 70% of the chocolates are produced by the SAP companies. So you can analyze the huge demand of the SAP in the upcoming few years. Now we will tell you about the jobs in SAP. We are talking about the jobs in SAP. So there are the three types of jobs in SAP. First one is a functional. There are the lots of functional members are joined here. Second one is a technical consultants. And third one is a network administrator. Our ABAP is fall under the technical. So we are talking about the technical only. So there are the lots of the ABAP consultants, package of development, and ABAP developers. That kind of jobs are offers in a technical area. Okay. Then now we are going to learn about the how ERP is evolved in SAP. Okay. In 1972, SAP released the R1 architecture. What is the R1 architecture? So for your kind information, I will tell you this is not necessary to learn ABAP, but this is important for your interview perspective, how ERP is evolved and what is the R1, R2 and R3 architecture, right? So basically, R1 architecture is nothing but a database architecture. So database architecture is offers by the ERP in 1972. There is a no presentation layer, there is a no application layer, and there is a only a database layer in the R1 application layer. So user is directly interact with the database only. Directly go into the database, find whatever the data and analyze it. So that's all the R1 architecture is. But in 1979, SAP introduced their R2 architecture. R2 architecture. So what is the R2 architecture? So there is a, in architecture, there are two layers. One is a presentation layer and another is a database layer. So what is the presentation layer? So I would like to tell you the what is the presentation layer. So suppose this screen is our presentation layer. If I click on this icon, so it will trigger the request to the database layer and trace the data and return back to your presentation layer, and you can see this interface again with the related data, right? If suppose this is a button in the presentation layer, right? And I hit that button, then request goes to the database server. Database server process the data and return back data to the our presentation layer, and our GUI start reacting, and our data will be displayed to our presentation screen. So that is all about the R2 architecture. So in next 1992, SAP comes with their strongest architecture, which is a R3 architecture. So what is the R3 architecture actually? So R3 architecture is the strongest architecture in 1992. So there will be a three layers in R3 architecture. That's why it is called as the R3. So one is a presentation layer that I told you before. Second one is a application layer. Third is a database layer. So what happening in all three layers? I will tell you in a few seconds. Okay. So let's suppose this is your GUI. GUI means this screen. This visible screen is nothing but a GUI. We are directly interact with the GUI. When we hit the button, it request goes to the application server, application layer, and it is analyzed by the application layer, and it goes to the our database layer, and database analyze the data and receive back to the application server, application layer. We can call the application server or application layer, and it send back data to the our GUI. But there is a catch. There is a mediator between the that GUI and the application server, that is called as a dispatcher. So what is the work of the dispatcher here? Dispatcher is the mediator between the user and the application layer. So what we have sent the request is goes to the dispatcher, and it is analyzed by the dispatcher, and then it sends to the database layer. But there is a one more component are here, which is called as a buffering. Buffering. So what is that buffering? Buffering is nothing but a when we want a data, we are not directly goes to the database to fetch that particular data. Sometimes what happen, we are triggering a data repeatedly. So that repeated data is stored in a buffer. So if I press on this button first time, then it will goes to the database server, and it is return data back to the buffer, and buffer back data to the presentation layer. But what happen in the next call? If I again I click on the this button, so it request goes to the dispatcher. Dispatcher will send it to the buffer, and buffer will directly return data back to our presentation layer. So if our request is not every time goes to the database layer, it is sometimes it is back from the buffering also. And there is a most important point here, is one more important point component is here, that is a gateway. So what is the use of that gateway? Gateway is a processor request to the RDBMS. So first it is analyze the request, either it is a good request or not, then it is sends to the database layer, and then database layer analyze the data and send it back to the gateway layer. Okay, that is all about our R3 architecture. Then in 2004, SAP comes with the ECC. ECC is nothing but a enterprise central component, that is a based on the three-tier architecture, which is more faster than the R3 architecture. And in next 2015, SAP comes with their S4HANA architecture, which is a fourth generation ERP. Fourth generation ERP. That's why it is called as a fourth generation ERP. So we will talk about later in the S4 HANA. What is the S4 HANA? Why S4 HANA is important part of the ABAP when we actually start the learning ABAP. So we will cover in all this course about the ABAP. I will share shortly what we will gonna cover. So you can see here what we will gonna cover. We will cover what is the ERP. Now we are covering these topics. So next we will cover the what is the transport request, what is the SAP memory, ABAP memory, what is the difference between that. Then we will cover about the operators. Then we will cover about the control flow statement, how to create a package. Then we will cover the basic SQL query because many of you doesn't know about the many SQL query, how SQL runs. So that will be covered in upcoming lectures. Then we will going through the data dictionary, how to create a domain, how to create a database table, how the data stored in a database tables, how the views are created, how the structure. So that is all about the ABAP. Then next we will cover about the internal tables, how internal table will help us to store the data in the imaginary format. Then we will talk about the open SQL syntaxes, all the what how to fetch the data, how to fetch the data from the multiple tables with the help of the joins, what is the for all entry, what are the keywords to store that particular data. Then we will cover about the modularization techniques. Modularization techniques is nothing but a technique to reuse our code. If I have an application and I want to group of the code and reuse it somewhere for the three buttons, then I will use the modularization techniques for the reusable code blocks. Then I load a topic that is the ABAP debugging and the runtime analysis. That is the most important part of the ABAP interviews and the ABAP programming. So once you get the ABAP debugging, suppose you are the master of the ABAP. Okay, then we will cover the reports. What are the reports? What is the events in the reports? How to debug the report? What are the types of the reports? Classical, interactive. How to create that reports? And what is the purpose of the reports? We will cover all these things in the upcoming sessions. Then we will see the how to create a smart form, how to create the Adobe form, how to debug it. Most of the important interview question is how to debug a smart forms and Adobe forms, right? So we will cover all those topics in the upcoming lectures. Then we will cover about the data migration techniques, how to migrate the data, how to how BDC work, how LSMW is work. Then we will study about the basics of the model pool programming. Here I mentioned that the basic of the model programming only because model pool is a deprecated like it is a deprecated by the SAP, but it is still uses by the startup like most of the startup companies are using model programming still. So that's why I cover only the basics and we will more focus on the latest technologies. So that's why we are only covering the basics of the model pool program. Then we will see about the enhancement. Enhancement is nothing but how to enhance the standard SAP programs, how to change it, how to perform our custom requirement in the standard SAP codes, right? Then we will cover about the body, how to create a body for the enhancement purpose. Then it is our main part is comes what is the object oriented programming, why it is important in the particular 2025 onwards, what is the purpose of the object oriented programming. Then we will see about the lots of the object oriented techniques like a classes, what is the encapsulation, what is a polymorphism, constructor, like all we will cover. Then now a trending topic is comes here, which is a more required by the SAP companies, which is a CDS core data services. So by the core data services, we can develop query applications. So we will see that how to expose our CDS view as OData service and how function our query developer will get it and create a query application. Then we will create a OData service. We will perform some API REST API concept like a post, HTTP request, post, get, delete, how to do that particular things in our data. Then we will cover about the best practices in ABAP. So this is a mostly asked interview question in ABAP. What is the best practices? It is the first question of the interviewer when you are going to learn, going towards the ABAP development. So that is techniques we will cover. What is the best practices in ABAP? Next, we will cover about the how to prepare for the interviews, how to explore the latest technologies after the learning the ABAP series. Till you have any doubt, you can ask. Then we will proceed in our next. What is a SAP and what is roles and responsibilities of the SAP developer? I think you get what I teach you about the architectures. Then we will go for the ABAP now, our main part. ABAP. Okay. So how many of you know about the ABAP? What is ABAP? What do you think? What is ABAP? No idea? Okay. I will gonna tell you what is an ABAP. ABAP is nothing but a SAP's core development language. SAP's core development language. What ABAP stands for? ABAP stands for the Advanced Business Application Programming. So as the name suggests, it is an advanced business application program. So it is related to the businesses only. And ABAP is not an open source language. So we can't use it in other editor tools as a free. Recently, we are not, it is used in a VS Code, but this is, as we follow the SAP official website, now we can add our SAP into the VS Code also. So we can code in VS Code also. Okay, so just we will see the brief about the ABAP. ABAP is a combination of our SQL query language plus our Java and Python syntaxes. Only the syntaxes, not more than that. So what is you have may have idea about the SQL. SQL is nothing but a database language. So we can fetch the data with the help of the SQL and we can perform a CRUD operation on the data with the help of the SQL language. So what is the CRUD operation? CRUD operation that means the create, read, update and delete. That is our CRUD operations. Okay. Then perhaps most important point, that is SAP memory versus our ABAP memory. What is the difference between that? Okay. So mostly SAP memory refers to the all sessions of the ABAP, all sessions. And ABAP memory refers to the only one session of the ABAP that we can call it session means that means our transaction. ABAP memory refers only a transaction data. ABAP memory stored only a transaction data, and SAP memory stores the all transaction data. If suppose I have a I have to transfer the data between one transaction to the another transaction. So there is a keyword to move the data between one transaction to the another transaction, that is called as a import and export. We will see it later how to transfer data between one T code to another T code. Import and export keyword are there to transfer data between one transaction to the another transaction. Okay. In the other hand, we can transfer the data between the two transactions with in a SAP memory also, but there is a different parameter that is called as a get and set. These are the parameters used in a SAP memory for the particular move data move. Right, we can move the data with the help of the get and set method. So that's all about the SAP memory and the ABAP memory. Right. So as you know, you are a functional consultant. There are the two types of work in the companies, like implementation and the support projects are there. Okay. So what is the difference between that projects and what is the work of the ABAP developer in implementation project and the support project? Okay. So implementation project has the requirement of a new business logic, and in other hand, SAP support project has a issue in our already implemented SAP software, that is our the support. So we have tickets in the support projects we have to resolve. So in other hand, implementation project has a new requirement and support project has a issues we have to resolve, that is called as a tickets. Okay. Then second one point, then we analyze the requirement. In support project, we also analyze the issue and debug the issue. What is that issue? Analyze the issue. Then third phase for the implementation and third phase for the support is the estimate time calculation. What is the estimated time to complete this particular requirement? But there is no this phase in the support project. We will directly proceed to the development part to resolve the issue. Then its development phase is started. Then it transferred to the QA system to testing. And other hand, it is also transferred to the QA system, and it is tested by the functional or the testers, and then it is sent to the our PRD system, that is our production PRD. So that is the whole flow of the implementation project and the support project of the ABAP developments. So we will talk about some tickets. What is the tickets and how to resolve it? So tickets, what are the tickets? Suppose you are in a college now and you are creating one project. Okay. Along with the project, another student also creating a such a good projects, right? So there are lots of the project, and for the three peoples, one teacher is assigned to you. Okay, so once you complete your development and shared it with the teacher, so how the teacher will analyze which is the project of the Karthik, which is the project of the Salman, which is the project of the Isha, right? So we have name it to the right. We have name it right, like Isha, right, Karthik. Okay, so that is nothing but the ticket name. Okay, we will compare it as a ticket name, and we will give it a teacher, and teacher can analyze what is which project is belongs to which student, right? But that is nothing but the tickets. Suppose I have a project. Okay, I have got the issue. Okay, and that is a Karthik's projects. Okay, so teacher will create a ticket for that issue with the name of the Karthik 1, 2, 3. So that is our the ticket, and we have to resolve it by analyzing the issue and send it towards the QA system, and it is tested in a QA system, and it is sent it to our PRD system. Okay. In next lecture, we will cover about what are the DDIC reports, what are the reports types, what are the DDIC, what are the DDIC tables, what are the transport requests, what how to transport the request to the one system to the another system. Okay, then we will cover about the control post statements in the ABAP. Then we will cover the package creation, how to create the package, and one more important point is that how where to code actually. Most of the people are confused about where to code. So in today's lecture, I will go through the only the where to code. You can code, but where? Okay. So I will share my screen to my GUI, which is a SAP GUI. We will go through the basic GUI only. So okay, where is okay? So this is our GUI. So this is our SAP GUI. We log in. Actually, where to code? Go to the SAT, create a new report, name test, create it, testing project, make it as an executable program, and save. Save it as a local object. Okay, so you can code here. We are mostly coding, done the coding here. So we can write the code here, we can debug here. So lots of things are we are gonna to do here in the transaction code of the AC38. In AC38, we are creating a reports actually, and we will cover about the DDIC objects, which is in comes under the transaction code, which is the AC11. So we can create here the new database table. We can create here the new view. This is only for those who are new to the SAP GUI. So you can guys can create data types here, data groups here. You can create a new domain. We will see it what is a domain and what is the importance of the domain. What is the log objects, right? This can you guys are creating from the AC11 transaction code. Now, new transaction code is AC16N. Here you can see all the database tables. These are the some transaction codes, and this is our GUI where you actually guys gonna code. Okay. If anyone who has any questions, you can ask. And rest of the part we will cover in our next lecture, and we start actual our code programming language from the next lecture.
Hey, Karthik, what will be the duration of this course?
Can you please repeat?
What will be the duration of this course?
This course may contain 50 classes. That means one nearly the 1.5 one. Actually, it is gonna be the 15 lectures. So we will cover in with 1.5 months. Daily one lecture. In a week, 5 lectures are there, Monday to Friday, and we will try to cover it in 1.5 month.
Okay, and may I get a chance to write coding and understanding the custom developments, writing, understanding the programs, those things also we can get chance here.
Yes, yes. Actually, practice server is provided by the Isha Training Solutions. To you guys, you can code there. You can practice there. So I will give you the source code for what we learn in the session, and it will be helpful for you guys to practice.
Okay, sure, thank you.
No worries. SAP server is provided to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. So, after the end of this session, I mean, the entire course, so will I be able to code the basic ABAP things?
Actually, after the completion of the course, you guys
Oh,
can create a reports.
mm-hmm.
You can create a data service. You can create a CDS views. We will learn about how to create a CDS views in Eclipse as well. Eclipse. We will set up the environment for the Eclipse to create the CDS views, and you can practice it. We will start our BTP free
Okay.
trial account for the CDS views.
Okay. And also, you're gonna show the custom and both standard CDS views as well, right?
We will cover how to create the custom CDS views and how to export it as a OData service.
So, just creating how we can create and then how we can expose it as a
Right.
OData service, but we are not going into deeper into the topic, right?
No,
Just you will
actually,
show the just creation. Am I right?
no. We will cover all the types of the CDS,
Mm-hmm.
and then we will learn about how to create a table function and how it will attach to our AMDP class and how to debug that particular AMDP. We are not going to cover up something of the AMDP, but we have to learn about it because of the main CDS important topic is a table function. So that's why we are going towards the AMDP. So we will create the link between ABAP CDS to AMDP through the table function that we will learn, and then we will
Okay.
learn about the CDS annotations, which is important for our Fury applications. Then how to expose it as an auditor service, how to register it. We will see it all after.
Okay. I think I already asked this question before about the metadata extensions and the wrap. So yeah, you told me that this is not going to be covered in this
No,
course.
no, no.
But do
Actually,
you have any separate course available for that data extensions and RAG?
still, still not. We are started it, but if we start in future, we will get back to you. If you are, it means
Okay.
you are older in ABAP. You know the something about the ABAP.
Uh, I mean, basic knowledge I have, but I'm not um, an expert.
Okay, okay. So why you are going for directly the metadata and wrap things? So,
No, no, not directly. As a part of this course, asking like if you are going to include that part as well, or will that be a separate course if you are planning? I
once
just
this,
wanted to know.
okay, okay, okay. Good. You are asking, but once this course is complete, we will think about it, and later on we can start it. But at this point, we are not covering this in this particular course.
Okay. Mm, thanks.
Hi, Karthik.
Hi, hello, Ravi.
Karthik, you said that we will be completing this course in 1.5 months, correct?
Yeah, right, right,
So Monday to Friday, there will be 5 classes, 1 hour each day.
right, right,
So it will be around 20 to 22 hours per month.
right, right.
And if we will be completing this in 1.5 months, then like we will be completing 10 or 11 hours in next month. That becomes your 33 hours.
Right, right.
So as per the curriculum, it is 50 hours course and there are 90 lessons. Like how will you do that?
Okay, okay. Good question. Actually, in our 1.5 months, I have forget to told you about. In 1.5 months, we will cover only the core ABAP things, and later on, we will cover the CDS and OData things in our next half month.
Okay, okay. So core ABAP, you are saying that will be completed in 1.5 month, and like all 50 hours will be completed, including your CDS and OData.
Right, right.
So I hope like that will be delivered because that is the part of the curriculum. If it is not going to be delivered, then you can let us know, because 1.5 month, you made me doubtful about this thing.
Actually, I am going to cover all the things, but if it is not possible, we will conduct the lectures at Sunday to cover the
Mhm.
later on this remaining topics. Okay, so
Karthik, I'm not like being a SAP consultant. I'm not worried about 50 hours and I'm not worried about 90 lessons. I'm worried about the topics. Like all the topics will be completed as per the curriculum you have shared. I'm worried
yeah,
about
yeah.
that thing only. Like whether you complete it in like if you will complete it in even in 1 month, even that will work for me. I'm not going for 2 months or 1.5 month or 1 month period. My point is like every topic which is mentioned in curriculum must be covered.
No worries, Ravi, because if the organization commits to something, so it is organization's respect to complete that all particular topics, whether it is in due date or later on due date.
Correct. Great. So the point was like as you said that will be completed in 1.5 month. That will deliver like 33 lectures maximum in 1.5 month. 33 lectures can be delivered. That is why I was asking like 17 lectures were remaining.
Yeah, yes. We will try to cover it in remaining half month.
Great.
Yeah,
For me, individually, for me, like this 1.5 month or 2 months or 1 month doesn't matter. Like for me, like being a consultant, I know the basics of ABAPs as well. So I know like which particular topic can actually take how much time, that I know. So ABAP dictionary reports and everything, I know all these things. So I know like these are like how much time can these things can take. So I understand like 1.5 month is also enough that for me, if we are going to train that way. So like that is
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
point
actually,
was that.
I understand your topic, but if we commit you, we can try to cover, we try to cover all the things I have mentioned because this the flow I created it by myself and
Cool.
I worried about it to cover
Okay.
delivered in the particular deadline.
Okay, Karthik. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your questions. Does anyone have any questions? You can use the chat box or you can unmute yourself and
Hi Karthik, Gaurav to say.
hi Gaurav.
Karthik, actually, I have like two questions. As you told that SAP BPT, right? That is the cloud based, right?
Right,
So
right,
you will just take a class of SAP core only, that ABAP core, right?
right, right.
So my question is that if we complete the ABAP core, well, whether we will get that is enough for getting a job in market, or we need to do that SAP BPT also for cloud also.
Are you working professional as a functional or a fresher?
Yeah, I'm a working professional.
Okay. Actually, Gaurav, thing is that in the current market, core ABAP is one thing, and latest ABAP is one thing which is covered CDS and OData. If you com if you learn those things, core ABAP plus CDS and OData, you will easily get the job because most of the companies are migrated toward the Fury application, and Fury application needed a CDS and OData, but the CDS and OData things are needed a core ABAP. So that's why our flow is going from the core ABAP to CDS views and OData, right? And OData and CDS are the things to you guys can get the easily job in the marketplace.
You mean to say that case after SAP, after ABAP core, we need to learn the OData and CTS, right? CDS.
We will cover it in this course. We will cover
Okay,
up
you
that
you will
up
cover it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. One more thing, like what is the time period after, so you just told gave the training. Okay, so we need to do the practice also, right?
Right, right.
So for how much time we will get the server access?
The server access is for the 2 months.
Okay.
Okay, you can practice this 24/7
Mm,
by that particular server. It is nothing but like a remote server. You
mm.
can access it by 24 hours.
No, after 2 months, because I don't think so that for 2 months is enough for practice, because
What
after
I
2 months,
recommend,
yeah.
what I recommend to you, actually, there are lots of vendors who is
Mm,
providing a SAP server,
mm,
right? So you can buy from them as among the 1,000 rupees for the 2 months, or I will tell you the alternative of this end of the course. You can create your free trial account on the SAP BTP
mm,
profile and you can access the free server from the official SAPs.
mm. I think that
Okay,
will
so
be for 30 days, na trial.
right, but you active on the 30 days. so it will extend to the 1 month. Then it
Mhm.
is goes on the for the 6 month. You can activate it for the 6 month, but you have to stay activated, right? You have to log in on the daily basis, so it will be extended to the 6 month,
Okay. For 6 months, that will be free, right?
right? Then you can use the another email.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hi Kartik, here is Vivash.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hi Kartik. So I have two questions. One question is related to the OData service. So I just got through the the list of modules. So 16 actually you are covering the OData services. So just one question. I mean, are you covering the association, any complex example in the OData development or OData service when you are covering that chapter?
Yes, we will cover the topics related to the OData,
Any
expand
association,
queries,
any complex example you are covering, you are showing, you will show that.
complex example. What do you mean by complex example? That's
I'm talking
it
about
is
the
related to the
OData.
business requirement, right?
Yes, yes. I'm talking about the, I mean, are you covering the how you will do the associations,
Yeah,
the
yeah, we
complete
will cover the
child
practical.
parent?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. We will cover the practical implementation of the particular topics, how to set header item data, how to fetch the header item data. We will cover all these things by the
Even the
practical
navigation,
way.
even the navigation also, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Navigation also properly covered in the CDS
Okay.
views also and proper your HGW data service.
Okay. So one last question. So as we are covering the core ABAP, I understand this is we are covering, right? The classical ABAP part, right? So now, but our future demands the cloud-based the ABAP, right? That means the RAP programming, right? So
Yes, yes.
I'm not saying that yes we need to cover that, but how will, because that is the future, right? So how we will do a transitions, right? Once we move to the, because we need to learn that RAP also, right? To to make ourselves the future ready, right? So that will you are going to cover just a heads up that how we'll move, how we'll do the preparations, take the preparation for the from core ABAP to the EML based RAP programming model, right? So that transitions are you going to cover to help us so that we can later on after finishing our all the modules, right? You will actually help us to how we can learn that part.
Actually, you have asked a good question. Let me clear the some things. There is a flow to learn something new, right? So in the ABAP, there is a flow to learn from the core ABAP to the RAP things, right? So once you learn the core ABAP, then you can switch to the OData service and the CDS views. You can directly learn the OData service and the CDS views. Once you learn these things, then by the middle or later on, you can learn the object-oriented ABAP, which is the advanced part of the ABAP, right? So later on, you can directly shift to the RAP things. RAP you can learn from the SAP's official website also. If you are learn our core ABAP services, OData service, and the CDS, if you master that particular things, then you can easily shift to the RAP. RAP is nothing but the advanced faster syntaxes of our core ABAP, right? So
Okay.
you have to master first these our things, and then you can easily shift and you can learn it through the our official website also.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kartik.
Is anything else from my side? Can I close it for the today?
Yes, Karthik, we can
Yeah, sure,
close.
sure.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.